It has become obvious that both the government and ASUU leadership are playing on the collective intelligence of ASUU members and the general public, uh, because since 2013, when the implementation of the 2009 agreement was due, bordering on welfare packages and increment of salaries for ASUU members and the non-academic workers. That was the very year 2013. ASUU leadership started getting a bribe from government and calling it the end academic allowance of the workers. A lump sum billions of naira, usually shared with the non-academic unions, to stall the implementation of the 2009 agreement. And so every time ASUU leadership declared a strike, it was usually after deceiving the members that the strike was about 2009 agreement, only to end the strike with getting the bribe called end academic allowance. And when some ASUU members started challenging this thing called end academic allowance, that is not anybody's end academic allowance, but a bribe. ASUU leadership has been using dictatorial measures to suppress opposition, to cow opposition, demonize opposition, and remove opposing voices from its ad platforms, WhatsApp, Instagram, whatever. And now, this year again, for the first time under the presidency of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who came to power in 2023, promising reform in the education sector, yet paying bribe and calling it end academic allowance, a practice that dates back to 2013 under the presidency of Goodluck Ebele Asikwe Jonathan, perpetuated by the presidency of Muhammadu Buhari under the so-called All Progressives Congress. And now another APC president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, paid the bribe called end academic allowance, this time to the tune of 50 billion. And then ASUU leadership came up asking for the implementation of the 2009 agreement. But then the president, represented by the education minister, said, but we have given you 50,000 for your end academic allowance, knowing it was not end academic allowance of the workers, but a bribe to settle ASUU leadership and the leaderships of the non-academic unions to forget about 2009 agreement till further notice, as usual since 2013. So the government itself is confounded that what else do you want us to do for you? We have given you 50 billion for your end academic allowance. But something is itching ASUU leadership under its cloth. Non-remittance of the check-off dues of ASUU members to the tune of 2% of each ASUU member's monthly salary monthly since 2020, from 2012 to 2024, and from 2024, when ASUU leadership decided to change the 2% to 3%, as in the constitution amended by the leadership in 2012. So that is the real issue, making ASUU leadership to again use 2009 as a cover-up to declare strike, having collected the bribe called End Academic Allowance. So the government is confused, but the government should not be confused. Neither the government nor the ASUU leadership is honest, because government that is paying the bribe knows that it is a bribe, that you don't pay end allowances of workers to the workers through their unions. It's not done. You pay end allowances of workers to the workers as you pay their salaries to them. Yes, check-off dues is allowed by the law, but did the law emphasize that a workers' union will be charging membership subscription by salary percentage rather than a fixed minimal amount as membership subscription? The law did not emphasize that a workers' union will be charging membership fee by salary percentage of workers. It's not done. Membership of any workers' union is equal for all members, and so the obligation to the union should be equal for all members. A minimal amount of money to be paid to the union by each member, and not salary percentage. But this anomaly has not been questioned neither by the university administrators nor by the government, and now is the real reason behind the declaration of another strike, with ASUU leadership using the non-implementation of the 2009 agreement as the excuse to be able to carry ASUU members along as usual. So, where is sincerity on the side of the government and ASUU leadership? And in the third instance, the universities administrators, who are the local employers of the workers. So, until these insanities are corrected, this crime against federal universities workers, academic and non-academic, sanity has taken a flight from the university system since 2012, when ASUU leadership single-handedly amended the constitution of the union to be extorting 2% of each worker's monthly salary monthly as monthly membership subscription, and to increase or decrease the 2% as deemed fit by the leadership alone. And so 2012 to 2024, 2% of each ASUU members' monthly salary monthly. And in 2024, the leadership deemed it fit to increase the percentage to 3%. Why? I don't know. Just in the same way that I don't know why in 2012 the constitution was amended by the leadership to be extorting a percentage. So, and now government is backsliding on remitting the money into the account of ASUU. And that's the grounds of ASUU leadership. Providentially, government may now have no option than to implement the 2009 agreement. But the real reason why ASUU haven't collected the usual bribe called EAA, and academic allowance, is declining strike, unlike in the past, is because ASUU leadership can no longer take a situation where government will be backsliding on remitting the check of dues into its own account. So, turning a workers' union into a multi-billion naira organization, a workers' union, at the expense of the workers, exploiting the workers to that level. Salary percentage as membership due for a workers' union, a union of common workers, fellow workers, colleagues. So, time is up for government to address the anomalies. The anomaly of a workers' union charging membership fee by salary percentage rather than a minimal amount of money to be paid by members as membership subscription. And government itself giving bribe, and together with ASUU leadership calling it end academic allowance. So government is confounded by ASUU leadership declaring strike after getting the usual bribe. You know the answer. You are pretending not to know the answer because you don't want to do justice. Either way, in this first instance, to caution or to rebuke and redress the excess of ASUU leadership charging membership fee by salary percentage. And on the other hand, you and ASUU leadership colluding to be giving bribe rather than doing justice on the 2009 agreement. So, playing on the intelligence, on the collective intelligence of ASUU members and the general public. Sin against humanity, a crime against humanity.